Hello everybody, and how are you all doing? It's an absolutely beautiful day, and actually it was yesterday as well, so I'm really enjoying the current weather. It's still a little bit chilly. I think the wind chill is quite cold, but the sun's out, blue skies, few clouds but not too many, but yeah, it's looking really nice. So I'm just at home today and I'm getting my clothes ready. I've got my suitcase out. I bought a new suitcase actually, which I will show you in a minute. In a few weeks I'm going on holiday. I just love going on holiday. So yes, that is very exciting. So I've been getting my clothes out today, doing some washing and thinking about what I'm going to take. I haven't got a very big luggage allowance, which I knew that when we booked it, but I thought that it would be enough, but now I'm thinking it's not going to be enough. So I think I'm going to have to pay for some more luggage allowance because I need to take a few more clothes. Anyway, today I've been thinking about anxiety. I have suffered for a number of years, if not all my life really. I can't remember a time when I haven't suffered from anxiety. So I thought I would talk about it in this video because I think it is something that affects people more and more due to social media and mental health issues because of social media, or we don't really know what causes anxiety. It can be caused by a number of different things, and it's often described as a feeling of fear or unease. And feeling anxious is actually a perfectly normal response to certain situations. And anxiety isn't always bad, and it can help us to focus, it can help us to solve problems, and it can help us to stay alert and be aware of risks. But sometimes anxiety can become too much and it can affect our daily lives more than what it should do. So becoming aware that you are anxious is the first step. So some common symptoms of anxiety are trouble sleeping, feeling tired and irritable and restless, feeling dizzy and sweating more than usual, worrying about the past or the future, or thinking that something bad's going to happen, headaches and muscle pain, dry mouth, noticing that your heartbeat gets stronger, faster, or maybe irregular. So what is it that causes anxiety? Well, it can be caused by many different situations that we face in life, or just challenges that we face in life. And how it affects us can be very personal to each person. And sometimes there are no triggers for it, and it can just happen. And it can also be difficult to know what has actually caused the anxiety. So possible causes of anxiety could be our upbringing, our personality or our temperament, the situation that we find ourselves in, things that happen to us, our upbringing. So as I said, I have suffered with anxiety a lot over the years, and I don't think I truly understood what it was until only a few years ago really, when I actually went to see a hypnotist. And I went to see a hypnotist because I was suffering with a lack of confidence and low self-esteem from time to time. I'm not really sure whether the hypnotism actually worked, but I did discover, and he helped me to discover quite a few things during that process, which was obviously positive. So having learned that it was anxiety that I was actually suffering with, I realised that I needed to do something about it because it can be quite debilitating and it can stop you from doing things. And I also think it's linked to a lack of confidence. Well, it is with me anyway. So I decided to look into how you can help yourself when you're suffering with anxiety. And there are a number of things that we can all do to help ourselves when we are suffering with anxiety. So one of those things is shifting your focus. So instead of staying in the house and worrying incessantly about whatever it is, I try to get out of the house and go for a walk. And you may not want to be with your own thoughts, so you could go for a walk with somebody else, which I do sometimes, or meet a friend for coffee and then go for a walk. Or the other thing I do is, if I am on my own walking, then I'll put my headphones in, my earphones in, and I'll listen to an inspiring podcast, and I find that that really helps. The other things that I like to do, and I've talked about before on this channel, is I love to practice yoga, because I find that yoga is so beneficial for the body and the mind, and sort of merging the two together. And I want to talk more about yoga, but I'm going to do it in a different video, not this one, because otherwise it'll just end up being too long. Another thing that I like to do is meditation, but sometimes when you're feeling anxious, meditation doesn't always work for me, because my mind is whirring with the things that I'm anxious about and I can't stop it. So sometimes a guided meditation is good, and I tend to do that at night before I go to sleep, because then I just drop off to sleep with good thoughts. But yeah, meditation is the thing that you can do, you can practice. And the other thing that I like to do, and I've only just started it recently, is actual breath work. So yeah, we all breathe. We have to breathe to keep us alive. But there are a lot of benefits for practicing breath work, and this is why I have started doing it recently. And I have really noticed a difference. I feel that I'm more focused. I feel my wellbeing has improved, and I just feel better in myself. I've got more oxygen. I feel calmer. So that's all really good. And again, I would like to talk about breath work in another video, because I think it is so beneficial to do breath work, because I think a lot of the time, if I'm in a stressful situation at work, or if I'm anxious about something, I notice that I'm hardly breathing. I'm just breathing very shallowly, which obviously isn't good for the body, and that doesn't help with the anxiety and the stress that you feel. So by doing these breathing exercises, it's really helps. And there's lots of benefits for practicing breath work. So I've got a lot of ironing to do. Try and get that done this week. So I'm going to show you my suitcase in a minute, which isn't very big. I'm a little bit concerned that I'm not going to have enough room for these clothes, because there's probably more clothes and there's some more hanging up over there, which you can't quite see from there. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of a tight squeeze, I think. As I said earlier, I may have to pay for some extra baggage allowance. It's typical of me, because I always end up taking too many clothes and then don't wear half of them, and I was determined that this time I wasn't going to take too much, but I just don't think I'm going to have enough room. So I'll show you my suitcase now. So this is my new suitcase that I've just bought recently. So I wanted a smaller one. This is the one that I normally use here. It's absolutely massive. I'm not going to stand it up because I think it's open. So it's absolutely massive. So I wanted to get one that's a little bit smaller, and this is this one. You see, it's a lot smaller. But I don't know whether it's too small for me, because I take a lot of clothes with me, as I say. But I really like it. It's a lovely colour. See what a lovely colour is? It's like a shimmery, pinky, grey, beigey colour. I don't know if it's showing like that on camera, but it's really, really nice on a bit. So yeah, I'm not sure whether I'm going to have enough room in there, so I might have to take another bag. I might have to ask the airline if I can pay extra to take another bag. We'll see anyway. So I hope you've enjoyed this video on anxiety. The reason why I've done it is because I know that a lot of people do suffer with anxiety, and more people seem to suffer with it, to be honest. So I thought it would be helpful to let you know how I deal with my anxiety. I still get it. I don't know whether it'll ever go. I hope one day that it will. But yeah, that's how I manage my anxiety and the stress that I feel at times. So thanks so much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Don't forget to subscribe.